But if you start a podcast just to make money, then you're starting it for the wrong reasons.
That's a fact.
What's true right now, what's really good right now is genuine content. Be yourself, be transparent. Because the more you can relate to someone, the easier they can trust you. You know, the easier it can understand what it is, the easier it can find an audience for your content.
What's working right now in these times we're in right now?
It has to work or it has to work.
Welcome to Circle of Greatness. I'm your host, Nehemiah Davidson. Today, we're about to bring you a fire episode. I'm bringing in one of the guys from behind the scenes, co-founder of Earn Your Leisure, one of the biggest brands, one of the biggest financial literacy brands, and one of the leading authorities in the space, right, on helping people change their lives, man. I get the opportunity to bring my guy, one of the co-founders, Mike, to the stage. What's up, my G?
Thank you, man. What's up, man? How you doing,
coming,
man?
Bro.
Appreciate
How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling blessed, man. I'm blessed, man. Look at where I'm at, man. I'm blessed.
Man, welcome to the Greatness Estates, man.
This is, I feel great.
Yeah, you know what
I just stepped in, I felt a little greater.
That's how you gonna do when you here.
Being in your presence, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
Congratulations on the street named after you, too,
The
man.
biggest. Appreciate you.
You are the biggest. When it comes to Philly, you're the biggest right now.
When it comes to Philly. Yo, you talked about something before, and you told me, I don't even know if we could say this online, but you said, Neil, do you want to become Blue Magic? Or is it blue or black magic?
I said, you want to be Blue Magic or you want to be some that comes and goes like a trend?
Got it. What is some of the formulas that you believe, if you could reverse, and we getting right into it, if we could reverse engineer just some of the success that y'all been able to create over the last few years, becoming one of the leaders in the space, what would you say some of those things attributed to?
Well, so the most important—
And how do a brand become that? Yeah.
Well, the most important thing you have to say, you have to stay genuine with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Rashad was genuinely a financial advisor. Troy was genuinely an educator. And I was genuinely a media person, right? So you put those three things together, it was a perfect mix for Earn Your Leisure, right? And you created something very beautiful. But what we were was, we were genuine. We stayed the course to what we were. We wanted to be a financial educational platform, right? We didn't go to, say, event space, or we didn't go to YouTube, faceless YouTube. We stayed financial education, right? We stayed in that realm. Whether we were doing, going to making a university, or whether we're doing a festival called InvestFest, we still had the same basis, and we stuck on those same values of financial education. Like, a lot of people go with the trend. Market Mondays. Market Mondays is still around. When Market Monday started, it was a lot of stock shows, right? But the problem was, it was easy to trade stocks, so it was like almost gimmicky, it was trendy. So people were just, giving false advice, but they were giving advice for that moment. So it wasn't valuable advice. We were giving valuable, educated information, and it wasn't like we were just pulling it out of our butt. Ian's been in the stock world for over 20 years. Troy's been an educator for over 20 years. And Rashad's been in finance for over 20 years. So it came with some kind of authority. We was an authority in the space. But we stayed the course, we stayed consistent. And out of all these hundreds of shows that was online during the pandemic when everybody was inside, they're gone. But Market Mondays is still here because we stayed true to our values. Yeah. We gave valuable information. We gave the digestible information.
You think timing helped too, or no?
Timing definitely helped. Like,
because I had a podcast before.
If we came out 5 years prior, it probably wouldn't have worked. People weren't ready for it. But we came at a point where people were ready for it. They see two black guys in hoodies talking about financial advice.
Yeah.
That just, wait, he's talking like me? He sounds like me? Wait, he looks like me?
Yeah.
It sparked something, and people wanted more. At that time, they wanted more. They felt like this 9-to-5 ain't working. It's gotta be better it's gotta be a better life than this. And then they started to learn whether it was stocks, whether it was crypto, or whether it was anything that we talk about, they were ready for more.
Yeah, that's good. Let me ask you this. So one of the keys is being the authority already, which y'all were, but also putting out great content. And y'all also are different. Y'all always thinking about being different. I think those are key in consistently. You said something big, because I ain't gonna lie. I started my podcast. I recorded Shadi before y'all had a podcast, I think, and I stopped for whatever reason. And I realized that I probably fell in that statistics of one of the people who stopped. what is your advice to an entrepreneur or somebody getting started that stops? Like they are constantly stopping and starting, whether it's fear, whether it's just it's not working. Because for me right now, our podcast is back and I'm not getting millions of views. The highest view show is like 150,000.
Well,
views.
you said
crazy.
it right there. So I think if people are starting podcasts because they think it's a lot of money in it, right?
Yep.
Which it is, and it has a lot of room to grow, right? But if you start a podcast just to make money, then you're starting it for the wrong reasons.
That's a fact.
So it's like we started a podcast where it wasn't easy to get money for a podcast. So we went into it, just giving information, just building Rashad's brand, and Troy was like, yo, it's my best friend, let's just do it. We never went into it to make money. It was never a goal of us to make money. So eventually, as time went on, we started to see the money grew, the space grew, and then we're able to monetize our podcast. But if you're going into your podcast and not loving it and not enjoying it, then you're going into the wrong reasons. You're not gonna end up being consistent. If this feels like work to you, which you're in a space now, and now's the time for you. This doesn't feel like work to you now.
Facts.
You're in a place in your life where you're like, you know what? I want to do it now. It said, you had a calling or whatever. It said, now is the right time. And now that's why it's like poetry in motion for you now when you're doing this podcast now. Yeah. It's not work to you. You know what I'm saying?
It's a show though. It's not a podcast.
A show.
Just let you know.
Your show. You're right. Listen.
We different. You know what I'm saying? You come in here to experience.
You got FX30s and all these 600Ds.
Mm-hmm.
He got about $50,000 of equipment in here.
Facts.
So
No exaggerations.
He ain't playing no games.
That's a fact.
When he first started, he had like iPhones and stuff, but we're not talking about that.
That's how y'all started too, though.
That's a fact.
Now y'all building a $1 billion brand.
We stay consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, Mike, because I always hear you talk about it. You said you've been in media for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
How did you start? Like, what was your, because I never actually asked you.
You should have read my bio, right? I should have gave you my bio. But the real talk is like, I was around 14 years old, and I started, going over my brother's house. They lived in the Bronx. And I would go to his house, Rich.
All right.
He's a little bit older. So I would go to his house and, play with his computer. But I came across this application called Photoshop 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is kind of dope. And I didn't know what to do with it. I was just, playing with it, right? But you had an emboss feature to make it like almost 3D, and you could change the colors, and you could do a lot of things really fast. So I was like just messing with it. And next thing you know, I started to enjoy it. And I would go over to my brother's house every weekend. I started to play with it. Next thing you know it, I'm the flyer guy. I'm making all the flyers for all the party promoters in my community. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, I love this. And then some people might be too young for this, but it was a thing called AOL, America Online, and it would do a dial-up, go, ooh. Prodigy was first, then America Online. But I was using the internet, and I got exposed to the internet, and I'm like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to be in front of the computer. This is what I love to do. It's not work to me.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my start. And then it went from flyers to making websites. Like, flyers wasn't a lot of money. So I was like, I could make but so much. I was getting like $50 a flyer.
That's good. 20 years ago?
I mean, listen.
So much flyers cost now. You get a flyer for $5.
$5?
On Fiverr.
Oh, well, that's not.
A good flyer is 50 right now.
Yeah,
right now in these times.
So I was getting 50. But it was
so you was
cool
ahead of your time even then, man.
I mean, what can I say? But, but it was cool though, because I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? And I was making that money with all the promoters. And next thing you know, I wanted to make more. So I started web development. So I taught myself how to build in Flash and Dreamweaver. Those are two applications. And I'm a big believer in courses. I've been buying courses for 20 years. So I believe in courses. If it's
how did you stumble across your first course 20 years ago?
20 years ago, it could have been, I don't quite remember, but it could have been Lydia.com.
Okay. Why didn't you think about creating one 20 years ago?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it though?
I actually did create.
You'd be Les Brown.
I'm just. I'll take Michael J. Macdonald. You know what I'm saying? We cool. It ain't turned out too bad. You know what I'm saying? But she's still here. Hey, baby. I just seen my fiance. My fault. Took my breath away.
Yeah.
But that's a good question. I was so a believer in them. I was taking them so much and learning so much information from them. I would lock myself in a room and not leave my room until I learned like the course. Yeah. And that's how I learned Photoshop. That's how I learned Adobe Flash. Well, it was called Macromedia Flash at the time. And I learned Dreamweaver. So I learned those applications and I started making websites and I was getting like $2,000-$3,000 a website. Yeah. And I was getting $100 a month. I was always on my residual. I started residual from a long time ago. So I remember I had like 100 clients paying me like $100 to $250 a month. And this is like 21, 22. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy. I always believed in that residual income. Do something once, continue to get paid over and over for it.
That's the key right there.
I mean, that's generational wealth.
Yeah. Called compound interest right there.
It's not really compounding.
No, it compound when you get paid once and they pay you that every month.
I guess it's okay. We can look at it like that.
That you only did the work one time for it, like you said.
Definitely. And it really is just maintenance, you know, because it wasn't so many different things out. Like it was, if you call website.com or web.com, sites like that now here, and they charge a lot less. But that's what I had a web.com 20 years ago.
Got it. Let me ask you this. What is the state of content right now? What do you see is working right now if you're a podcast, and what's working? What's bringing in the ad rev? Like for people, like what's working right now in these times we're in right now? Hey, you're looking at this and you're probably enjoying this episode and the strategies and the gems that I give you. This is just a fraction of what you learn in my mastermind, right? I would love for you to be able to learn more information on how he's able to help Carter Cofield make $1 million in one single day, how he's able to help Rochelle Parks make over $500,000 in a day, learn how he's able to help Tevin grow his Instagram following from 70,000 followers to upwards to 200,000 followers within 2 months. And again, those results are not typical, let me be very clear, but they are possible for those who are willing to put work in, energy, and effort. If you're looking at this video right now, I want you to go to the website mastermindwithneo.com so you can apply to see if you're a good fit for our mastermind. This is specifically for someone looking to grow their digital business, right? Even though, y'all probably even know David Shan, Sleepers for Suckers. He's inside of my mastermind. You probably know Sonya, the student loan doctor. He's inside of my mastermind. You probably know Darius Daniels. He's inside of my mastermind. Those are just a few more people who are absolutely crushing it as a result of being inside of the community. So listen, if you're looking at this, right, and you're probably looking at the episode like, man, you're dropping so much gems, but can you imagine how many gems you'll get when you're actually inside of the environment, when you're tapped into the community? What I want you guys to go to right now is mastermindwithneo.com so you do not miss out on your opportunity to get tapped in. You will have to apply, you will have to get on the call, and hopefully you make the cut to be a part of what we got going on. I'll see you on the inside. Let's get back to the episode.
I think, so I went to a mastermind last week and I was trying to figure out why, like somebody asked me a question, they're like, why is this person's name, can't figure out the exact what he said, but basically, why is Neo's name big? Get more views than say greatness, right? And I was like, I don't know, they just like him. But what I realized is when someone likes you, when they like you, they trust you, and they enjoy listening to you and believe you, you can sell them anything. You can offer them anything. And I after this mastermind, I was like, you know what? This is true. I always thought about building the brand and then build yourself. But after the mastermind, I realized like what's true right now, what's really, really, really good right now is genuine content. Be yourself. Be transparent. There's gonna be times where things go wrong. Don't be afraid to let people know that. Because the more you can relate to someone, the better they can trust you. The easier they can trust you. The more they can understand you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think the best content right now is being true to yourself.
So the best content is around being yourself. And one thing I can say, one thing about Troy Shot, they themselves. Like it ain't no changing. Like
well, I would say about Rashad is like, because he's an introvert. He's naturally an introvert. If you ever go to an event, the spot you see him in the first time is gonna be the same spot you see him in the last time.
Yeah.
He don't move. He stays in one spot. Yeah. And he waits for people to come to him. So Rashad has a talent where once that camera goes on, he just goes into his shit. You know what I'm saying? He talks his shit. So he's really good at that. Yeah. Troy's just been a natural speaker. He's been speaking a long time. I told Troy like at a wedding, I'm like, yo, you speak very, very, like like very, very well. Like I like the way you speak. You know what I'm saying? This is a long time ago at a wedding. You know what I'm saying? I said, when I get married one day, I'm gonna have you speak at my wedding.
Yeah.
But Troy's always been a good speaker. Rashad never really came out speaking, but when them cameras go on, it's
showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah. Right now, what would you say you've been what's working on YouTube right now? You be diving into YouTube, studying it. You understand analytics and data. I know you be in the YouTube studio. What's working right now?
So it all depends on what niche you're in, right? I think being very, very niche is working. Like if it's event space, right? It wouldn't be event space. It'll be like event space in particular like mansions. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of working. It's very, very geared onto the niche. I think that's what's really working.
So
right
dial
now.
Your niche in even
dial
more.
It in as much as possible. That's what's really working because people are trying. People are they're so consumed with so much content that if you can dial in on that certain niche, it's gonna do well for you because people are now just too overwhelmed. They just want to stay into one little part of the niche.
So what is that with SEO? Is that titling your stuff? Like when you say that, because like you say clean, like let's say cleaning services for mansions or cleaning services for trash cans or dog walking for like.
Well, see, I'm not a believer in all that. Like some people say it depends on how you title and stuff. I believe in giving as much information as possible. Like when I tell people about their YouTube, fill out everything that you can possibly can on that post. On that video that you're gonna be posting.
You said fill out or
fill
talk
out
about
like every like fill out the hashtags, fill out the tags, fill out the where it was recorded, fill out the time it was recorded. All these different things you can put into YouTube where YouTube can understand what your content is more easier. You know, the easier it can understand what it is, the easier it can find an audience for your content. That's what's important with YouTube. Now, titling it the right way because this title might work today, but it won't work tomorrow. So I don't believe.
Pull up my YouTube. I want you to look at it and tell me what we need to be doing that we're not doing based on you.
Then we went through all that. Let's see.
We didn't do that. Let's do it again.
All right, let's
on camera.
I'm actually on yours.
Yeah, I'm coaching you.
So
you coaching me live.
So let's go.
And my team can hear this. And we're going to look at how many subs I got and how many we got based on when we do this stuff.
As of today, you got 37.7 subscribers, 500.
That's pretty horrible too, ain't it?
I mean, listen, you just came back. So you got to, you don't discourage yourself. You're doing great. I think you got a production of
Thank you for encouraging me, brother.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
so
saying.
Why do some of my videos get good views and some of them don't? Let me ask you this question. I've been noticing this for some reason. Like, it seems like the people who got it going on, but no one knows them, it don't get no views. Like, for example, I did this episode with Saul. Saul, she's huge in Philly. Like, she's big.
Where's this one at?
This the first one, cracking the social media code.
Okay. It's 6 days old, 652.
It's not great. But
cracking
then my normal is 1,000
This is an
per
AI
day.
title, isn't it?
It might be.
Yeah,
That's why.
You stay away from those.
See?
It just looks too AI-y. Do the description.
It sounds like it's AI too.
Yeah, cracking that don't even. Will you search that? Will you ever say how to crack the social media code?
No, I wouldn't.
Why don't you? When you make a title, you got to make it where it's searchable. Where how you would search it, that's what you should title it.
Mm-hmm.
But people are getting caught. They're not using AI in the correct way. For description, maybe let's use it for the description. But the title, the AI that gives you a title, you take that title and you put your sauce on it. You can't rely on AI to do everything. AI is a tool. It's like money. AI is a tool. AI makes anything you do makes it better. That's what AI is. AI isn't is going to take care of the world and change the world and take your job. And AI is here to as a tool. At least as of 2023, it's a tool. And you using AI to just title everything, it's going to sound like everything else. It's not going to separate itself. So you need to change this title and title it like you would search it.
What about my thumbnails?
I love your thumbnails.
Thumbnails
I think your
okay?
thumbnails are great. Your thumbnails are great.
Let's keep walking through it.
Your
What about the bio, the banner, all of that crap?
Coach. I don't see it.
Before you charge somebody 100 bands, I'm gonna have you.
The banner's actually pretty good too.
Okay.
I mean, look, from looking at it, it looks pretty good. You got your name there, but see, that might be a problem too.
It's too long. Circle greatness.
No. People might search you as Neo.
Yeah.
You got to figure out what brand you're going to sell. You're going to sell Neo or Nehemiah Davis. That's very important.
I prefer Nehemiah Davis.
So you got to go with that
maturing.
on everything. But your Instagram's Neo.
Yeah, because I'm trying to.
But that's taken away. That's taken away from them searches. They're never gonna search Nehemiah Davis because this right here. If I search Neo Davis, Nehemiah Davis is not coming up. It's even spelled differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta rebrand yourself if it's gonna be Nehemiah Davis.
Yeah.
That's something I would definitely change. But your thumbnails is good. Do you post shorts every day?
Let's look and see.
You can't really see the date.
Yeah, we do shorts every day. We should be doing shorts every
It only
day.
looks like it's 6 shorts on here.
We're supposed to be doing
more.
shorts every day.
You posting.
3 to 6 of them a day. How many should we be doing a day?
I mean, we do 3.
We doing 3 too.
Yep, you do 3.
Damn, I
Let's
got
see
a
it
lot of
live.
shorts. You said live?
You haven't went live in 3 months. I think you should go live at least once a month.
So go live again. All
Yep,
right.
I think you should go live at least once a month.
Live once a month. All right.
You know, and then when you know that, do you release your episodes as
I haven't
Premiere?
been live in a while. No. Release them as a
You got
Premiere?
to do Premiere.
Okay.
Premiere is
Y'all
gonna
still
def-
doing Premiere?
We always do Premiere.
Premiere, okay.
Yep, everything's Premiere.
Because look, one of my lives, I did 17K views on here. Well, no,
Yeah.
that was actually a workshop though. But one of them,
So listen, this is how YouTube works. It goes by watch time.
yeah.
So if you notice, like why 19 Keys, high level conversations get so many views. His episodes are 3 hours.
That's
How
crazy.
many times would one person go in and out of that episode?
A lot. 10, 20, 30 times.
So
Or
now-
5, 10.
You see how that works?
Yeah.
So now I only need to get 1,000 views. I only need 100 people. I don't need 1,000 people because 100 people is gonna go in and out of it 10 times because it's up for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So think about it like that too. Like the longer the episode is, like how long was that last episode?
My episode's between 30 to
41
an hour.
minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's a pretty short episode. So that could also help.
Should they
I'm
be
not-
longer?
I mean, like I said, you're
I know
just
Keys
starting
is an
out.
hour, but what's the average, y'all average episode right now?
Ours is about an hour and 15 minutes. But we have the same issue, right? Like some episodes might do 15,000, some episodes might do 100,000. Market Mondays is 2 hours plus long. It's always doing 100,000+ views every single week, every single episode. Why? Because they come for the host. That's what's important too. You got to sell
for the host?
They come for the host on Market Mondays.
Okay.
They don't come for the host on Earn Your Leisure. They come for the guest.
Yeah.
And that's the thing what you got to do too. I also, and I told Rashad and Troy, I think they should do an episode with themselves at least once a month because you want them to fall in love with you. If they fall in love with you, they trust you, they believe you, what? They'll buy anything from you. That means they'll view anything from you. It's the same concept. You have to be consistent, right? And with the whole, it's just like sales. We're marketing for a view. We don't look for a buy, but we're marketing for a view. We want a view. So you have to consistently make sure they fall in love with you, not the guest.
What about so we got, what else you see? Anything? So I need to go live once a month. I need to do better with my
You
titles.
got your playlist. Are you
Live once a month, do better with my
your playlist,
titles.
yeah?
Let me ask you this, because somebody just told me this. Should I go clip up?
You're not posting on the community. You
Not-
should be posting on the community.
Not posting on the
you should,
community.
every single post you post should be like you have a team. It's not you by yourself.
Yeah, it ain't
So-
me. I haven't touched YouTube, man. I'm writing all this
you
shit.
haven't posted in 10 months.
Not posting.
You got to understand too. Say if you get 100 views from the community,
Yeah.
that's 100 views you didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Now compound interest. You get 100 this month. You get 200 next month. You know what I'm saying?
I'm writing all this down.
Channels.
No more AI
So
titles.
what channels is, right? This is gonna like you need to go and
Where
befriend
that's
like,
at in here? Because I'm trying.
channels. You got to scroll.
Am I going on a regular YouTube or
Yeah,
am I
I'm on
going
your
the
regular
app? You on
YouTube.
the app?
I'm on YouTube app. Yeah. So look, you have nothing in your channels.
Wow.
What is channels? Channels is
Yeah, what
basically
is channels?
YouTube pages that you subscribe to, and then you could feature them in your channel. What pages should you feature in your YouTube channel?
All the episodes
things
I've
that-
been on.
Oh my gosh, simple as that.
So all my Earn Your Leisure episodes.
So what happens? That's connected to your page now.
Mm-hmm.
That's more views you'll get from that.
So y'all add me to y'all channel then.
We could.
Yeah, like this John. Yeah.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Done. You know what I'm saying? So again, my thing is the more information you give YouTube, the more to understand who you are. That's what I believe in. Like
Community 10 months ago. So I'm not even touching the community.
you haven't touched it in 10 months. You haven't touched it since since you re-aired.
That's
About. Oh, this
crazy.
is perfect. You got all your links here. This is perfect.
All right, my about is good.
This is perfect.
All right, playlist.
Oh, congratulations. You hit 1 million views, man.
I did?
Yeah, my guy.
I know y'all do that on one video, so I got work to do. All right, so my playlist.
We just started, so.
So let me ask you this. So we just did the street naming, right? Do we turn that whole thing into a vlog? That's what I want to ask.
No.
Listen to me real quick.
No.
Do we just cut straight me talking up at the street naming and put that on there as I wanted to share that? Is that something important to share? I feel like that was a big thing.
I think you should make it a documentary and put it on EYL Network. That's what I think.
What just the street naming part?
I mean, I would go interviewing people all from how it happened. I mean, obviously it happened already, you didn't record it, but you should be recording all the people in the community, how to make them feel, the kids in the community, people at the court you built. It's so much content around that. Like that, there had to been a lot of different things that happened for that to happen. Yeah. It's hard to get a street named after you, right? The people on the board had to approve of it. Yeah. People in the city had to approve of it. All these different.
Is it too late now? No.
Nope.
Because it's been a month up now.
Nope. I don't think so.
Damn, you dropped, I see why you the GOAT though. You're really dropping that sauce.
He's just saying that. He don't.
No, I'm dead serious. I pay you, bro. You know how much I pay a month to produce my stuff, dog?
How much you pay? How much you pay?
A lot. Over 20 cents. Over I'm like 30,000 a month to produce my stuff.
But that's relative. Like, you know.
How you feel about that number though? I'm spending about 30 grand a month to produce my stuff.
If you're happy, I think it's worth it. It's all about
I be looking at people like y'all. I look at people like y'all and I know y'all spend less.
But you gotta understand,
doing a lot better.
Look, think about me, right? You have so many people in place doing things, right? The first 18 months, it was just me. I was your Raina. I was your AB. I was your audio guy. I was your video guy. I was everything. And I'm like, I didn't understand my superpower until like I did an interview a couple months ago, and I'm like, he said, "What's your superpower?" And this is literally right after I said all this. And you know what my superpower is? I'm a jack of all trades.
You're a Swiss Army
master
knife.
of none, but still better than a master of one.
Yeah,
that's what I am.
Yeah. So like, you basically you were 5 to 7 roles.
Way more than that. And what I was able to do is,
you're a founder too, because you benefit from this.
I mean, no, I'm just
company.
That was my gift. That was my calling. One, to help people, because I would have did Earn Your Leisure for free. I would have helped because it was my brothers. I would have helped them for free. You know what I'm saying? Again, we didn't go into this looking like it was going to make millions and millions of dollars. Yeah. We went into it because these are my brothers. We're going to do this. We've started many businesses before. Why not start another one? Let's try it and see where it goes. And we're in Africa on December 23rd. 22nd, you coming?
Yeah.
No, 27th.
I'll be out there.
You be out there?
Yeah.
So
I'll probably do something before. I want to build the well or do something out there.
This is what I've been able to do. And this is where I realized, like, once I realized my talent and my skill and my superpower, what I was doing with everybody is I was making videos for my whole team and passing and delegating my responsibilities, whether it was the emailing, whether it was the marketing, the ads, all these different tasks. I was making videos and sending it to the people that work with us so they can learn it and understand it. I came to the point where I should be doing this professionally. So what I was able to do is I produced I journaled every single thing I've ever done for Earn Your Leisure. Every single thing I've done for Earn Your Leisure and other companies that I've worked with.
Where's that book at?
Oh, it's right right home. Yeah. Don't steal it.
Yeah,
but I literally journaled it. Real talk, I journaled it. And now I'm producing it in a professional thing, and I'm gonna just give it away. So all your team,
giving it away.
I'm just giving it away.
We'll start right here. I'll give it to my company.
I'm gonna give it away. So literally, basically now, if you wanted to, like, because the delegating is the only way you're gonna scale. You can't scale by yourself. You wouldn't get to this point without your team. You're only as good as your team, right? And I really believe that, right? So it was hard for me to put trust into people, but once I was able to like give them information on how I do it and how I want it done, it was easier for me to delegate it, right? Because I felt I trusted them because they're doing what I showed them. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like an extension of me. But once you start to delegate, what you're able to do is, if you have a user, just imagine a user manual for Earn Your Leisure, right? And I give this user manual to a team of 5, right? How easy it is for them to put themselves in place to make this company grow, because they have a whole user manual of how everything's supposed to be done, how it's set up, how it's done, and how you do it on a daily basis.
Yeah, SOPs. Yeah.
on how to create.
So now everybody that come in, you go ahead and go
Correct.
do all of that.
Like I don't have to be present for the business to run anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How long it took you to put all those together?
Months. It's years worth of content.
Yeah.
It's years worth of content.
You just go in the lab and just start recording it?
I started. So what I did was, so say if it was setting up the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
I literally documented the whole, what I did step by step. And then I did a video step by step. And then I'm gonna professionally do it and put it in a way where it's easier digestible.
I've had the privilege to help hundreds and hundreds of people all around the world open up their own profitable event spaces utilizing my signature formula. Number one, how to find a space. Number two, how to fund the space and how to automate the space. I've been in Atlanta, Georgia now living for 2 years. My spaces are still in Philadelphia operating, doing extremely well because we use the same exact formula that I break down, right? If you're interested in learning how we can help you, I want you to go to eventsspacesecrets.com, watch a training or book a call with our team to see if you are a good fit. Again, this is for you specifically if you're looking for other ways to leverage your money and turn that into other streams of income, right? I don't believe there's a better time than right now for you to get tapped into the information in a game that can help you. So again, go to eventsspacesecrets.com, watch the training or book a call with our team to see if you're a good fit for this opportunity. Let's go. I'm trying to look at what else I missed on this YouTube. You gave me my go live once a week, no more AI titles, documentary, that was strong, do a documentary. How do I release it? Oh, you say on your network, do a documentary, not posting in the community.
Yep.
Other question, what do you think about me reusing all my speeches I've done? Do I go clip them up, throw them up on the gram?
So
I mean, the whole thing.
This is a
I'm
bar
just trying
too.
to give us more
This
content.
is a bar, right?
Brand.
So people got in their communities, right? And I just noticed this the other day. They go in their communities and they post all their Zooms, right? Think about, so everything I do, I always think about how I feel, and then I redo it. I re-engineer it. So I go in everybody's communities and they got nothing but all these lives. They got like 15, 20 lives, that hour long, hours and hours and hours. Use AI. Put those things in AI, get the best clips out of it, and then put that in your community. Don't put all that 2-3 hours of content in your community. No one's gonna watch it. So you got all this valuable content, because that's where most of the valuable content is. You got all this valuable content that no one's gonna be watching, and they don't feel like they've been like over-delivered. They don't feel like they've been over-delivered, right? Because they're not watching the most important content. Break that content up. That's the content you need to be breaking up. I'm sure you got a community. Everybody has communities, right? Break that content up. Use AI to break it up. Get the best parts of that content and put it in your community like that.
What's some keys to growing a profitable in a great community?
Well, I mean, the most important thing is you got to be consistent, right? You have to have a team, because it's not going to work with just you. You got to add value, add way more value than you tell them you're going to add, and you just got to make people be interacting with the community. And how you do that? If it's lives, if it's in-person events, we started with in-person events. That was our first way of getting people, touching people. Our in-person events, how we started our database. You know what I'm saying? That was how we kind of like, and then when you touch them, oh, Neo's a real person. He's not like this guy. He's like, he talked to me. He was nice to me. He was respectful. Oh, what is that? I'm liking you. I'm trusting you. Anything I offer you, you're gonna support.
Good.
And that's how you do it.
We talked about community. We talked about YouTube. What's working on Instagram right now?
Well, so as you know, like I've been trying so many things, right? Like I said, like I know my fitness video is gonna hit. I know my
anything with your family hit.
I know that's gonna hit, right? When I
how you know the fitness gonna hit?
Because it's been hitting.
Yeah.
It hits. It's one of my most viewed
and because you transforming your body.
But now see, and they seeing it real. They seeing everything I'm doing is I've been documenting it in real time. Whether it was my weight, whether it was my growth on my Instagram, whether it was my relationship, whether it was my family, everything that I've been documenting in real time. So you're getting to see that I'm a real person, right? You're getting to know me. You're getting to like me. You're getting to trust me. Anything I put out, you're going to support me automatically. But I think what works is different for everybody. Like what's going to work for me ain't going to work for you. But the way you figure that out is you take chances. You own your own Instagram, right? What you do is you put whatever you want out. You have that ability. You own your own Instagram. And whatever hits, that's what you go with. But unfortunately, people like to do what they want to do, even if it's not hitting. And that's what people do. They're consistent. That was the question they asked me. What do you do if you're consistent, you work hard, and you're still not hitting? You're not listening to the people. Like, your analytics is very important. That's how you grow. Looking at your analytics, seeing what works. I was at 6,000 followers 4 months ago. Why am I at 21,000 followers today? Because I've been listening to what the people want from me. They don't, I want to talk about some other stuff, but they don't want that from me. So if I keep giving it, I'm not going to grow.
It's important.
I keep giving them what they want from me, and they keep being receptive, and I'm getting more followers, I'm getting more shares, I'm getting more interaction, more likes, more comments, and it's allowing me to grow. I say what works for that person is you put a bunch of different things out and see what the analytics say, see what the people say. If you listen to the people, it helps you grow much faster.
Listen to the people, help you grow. And it's so funny, I remember used to doing things like, I'm like, yo, I'm about to go start this. And then I ask them, hey, you want me to start this or this? And no one wanted that.
Stay away from it.
Exactly. But I'm
see,
saying
you really
got to do that.
And that's the thing. That's the problem with people. They really want to do that, and they're stubborn, and they're not listening, and then you're just doing it for no reason.
That's good. That's
like
good.
If you put out on your Instagram today, hey, would you guys watch a documentary of my street name, or would you watch a vlog? One, I guarantee you they'll say documentary, but two is they're going to tell you what they want. Or just ask them would they watch a documentary of it.
You know what I'm nervous about a documentary? Just if you go put all of that effort in and you don't get people watching it.
But the audience is already there. I guarantee you if you go to your Instagram right now, that's some of your best content, that street naming. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it is.
So what are we talking about? It works. Yeah. See, you got to listen to the people. But that's the problem. We don't listen. We got to listen. The more we listen, it makes it easier. We complicate this, and we could simplify it much easier if we just listen to what the people want to see from us. I know I've seen all that content, the street name, and I think that was some of the best content from you. It was genuine. It was like heartfelt. You gave a court to the people. You had so many people crying, and it was real. Like, people could relate to that. Like, they seen this kid coming up in South Philly.
Yeah.
Born and raised, you know what I'm saying? Like the Will Smith show. Yeah. And now you getting a street named after you. That's the American dream. You are our American dream.
You talking heavy. Let me ask you this. I feel good. Because you normally only talk bad about me, so I appreciate you. Y'all don't really know Mike sees a jerk.
No.
I got to ask you this. So right now, like what y'all building, right? What I'm building, do we go release this docu that you talking about? Or do we just build for another 5-10 years and now we got Kanye, how he just dropped? That was 20 years of...
That's an option.
And it's,
because now it's even better. It's even stronger.
Yeah.
Because it's Nehemiah Davis.
Like the book
it's not
of
Neil
Hov.
Davis.
The book of Hov.
Exactly. That's an option.
You got to have a catalog, though. You got to build some stuff.
But I would get the content now because it's hot.
Yeah.
I would get the content now.
So still drop it, you're saying?
No, I would get the content, record the content.
Yeah, keep recording.
Like, record all the people that were involved in getting this done. Like, how did you know Neo? Why did you choose Neo? Like, what was the reason behind this? Like, what do we have to do to have this happen? All these different things. I want a street named after me, right? I'm going to watch Nehemiah Davis's documentary to kind of get an idea of how to make this happen for myself.
What's the next big thing, man? Like social. Like, what's the next big thing to There's so much noise out here. Like, how do we stand out? Like, what do we do? Like, I understand the street. Thing. I understand street naming is standing out. You can't pay for that, and not a million people will go get it done. You know, like people paying for PhDs.
That's priceless.
So I'm trying to say, what's next for
you?
Yeah,
after the street name?
What do you see next?
School. I think a school's gonna be named after you. I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in Philly is gonna name a school after you and they're gonna do it while you're alive.
Yeah.
That's the new thing. Giving people their appreciation and their flowers today, not tomorrow. Yeah. But I mean, I think the next big thing for like this, it was a course wave. It was the PPP money, is all this stuff. I think
ERC.
So listen, this is my thing, right? I think courses are still great, right? The only issue with courses, and I think you have courses, and I think some other people have courses here, right? You go look at the people, the analytics, only less than 20% of people finish that course, right?
Facts. Probably
the
less
person
than
that. But the person that can solve that issue, because I know if I went through your course, I'll be able to do event space. Mm-hmm. The problem is, it's probably too much content. I get discouraged. I got this going on. It ain't getting me money. I got to go where the money's going. And eventually I forget about it. And 1 day goes, 2 day goes, 3 day goes. Next thing you know, I forget about the course. I spent my money and I don't go through the course. Now it was a waste of money, and it's not I can't make a testimonial because I didn't succeed. You need to create a system, a solution to grabbing those people through the course. If you could make 80%, that's 60% more of people that purchase your course that's gonna give you a testimonial, that's gonna talk about you, tell you like, oh, he was great, he helped me do this, he helped me that. That's 6x, that's 6 times your audience, 4 times your audience right off the bat. Does that make sense? I think that's gonna be the most important thing, is getting people through the information and helping them execute. That's the problem right now with the courses. And that solution, the person that comes with that solution, I might have one. That's what's gonna get to
change the game. That's smart, because now you're forcing them into action to become successful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because say if you got 1,000 students, 1,000 students can be successful in event space.
Yeah, 100%.
Me and you are successful. Well, you've been successful. I just started some, like I had an extra house. I said, let me try it.
Yeah, and it's working.
Pays all my mortgages.
Yeah, it's crazy too.
It's amazing.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, man. You had your son, and you already had a battery in your back, but it seemed like you just started going hard. Or you came outside, it seemed like, when you had your son. Is that what your son did?
I see him, like, now I have a responsibility. And I'm talking to the camera. Now I have a responsibility. And he's my responsibility, and my fiance is my responsibility. I'm not a single man anymore. I have people that look up to me. People depend on me. I can't go live in my car no more, right? I can't go broke.
You lived in your car before?
Of course.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more. That option's not available anymore. The moment I laid eyes on him, I said, it's business now. Now I got, this shit is serious. I can't just have fun with it now. Now I have to get to work. So I haven't been working for 40 years. Now I'm working.
Wow. Yeah. I see you outside.
You like, yo, you come out? You come out?
Yeah.
Oh, it's big. It's bigger than me.
Yeah.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me.
Bro, I appreciate you, man. Lead the people with a word of advice, man, how they could tap in with you.
Yeah, you could just go to my Instagram or on my website, Michael J. Macdonald. Everything's Michael J. Macdonald. On Instagram, MICHAEL, J, MACDONALD, and .com or Instagram, wherever. My website has all my information, all the brands that I support, all the brands that I'm behind. I think the best information I can say is just be yourself, be consistent. Don't listen to what people say if they want to say bad things about you. Don't listen to the noise. I don't look at bad comments. I don't pay attention to that. I got a vision. And the most important thing is the vision that I see, I have to execute on. Anything else off of that vision, I don't care about. I don't waste my time on. I stay true to my vision. And that's it.
Let's go, y'all. And that's another show from Circle of Greatness. We'll see you on the next show.